So, there is a game called Drug Dealer Simulator 2, and the publishers for Drug Dealer Simulator 2 have just single-handedly ruined everything for their game, the future of the franchise, and anything else they want to work on. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Power World, I think it was back in January 2024, I can't remember exactly when, but they faced issues with Nintendo. Nintendo were trying to take them down for copyright infringement because they made a game that's similar to Pokemon. Well, the publishers for Drug Dealer Simulator 2 are trying to start lawsuits against Schedule 1 for copyright infringement, because there's another Drug Dealer Simulator game on the market, and it's not even taken the limelight away from DDS2. DDS2, as you can see on Steam charts, isn't that popular of a game. But the publishers have obviously got pissed off that something else has come along and taken what isn't even a limelight, but basically, I don't even know what's going on, but this is so annoying to see stupid things like this happen. The publishers are out of their mind for starting something like this, and the only thing that's really sort of, standing out about this is maybe the publishers are annoyed because DDS2 is nowhere near as popular as Schedule 1. So you'll see here DDS2, there's currently 800 players, it's peaked at less than 1,000, its all-time peak is 9,000 players. Schedule 1's sat at over 400k, Schedule 1's clear. And if we have a look at this chart a little bit closer, you're going to see one of the earliest times it dropped to 2,000 players was the 16th of July 2024, and it did not reach 2,000 concurrent players until, when was it? The 2nd of Feb 2025. That is the only day since the 16th of July 2024 that DDS2 has had more than 2,000 players. And I was already annoyed with DDS2. I put 70 hours into that game. And the moment you get about halfway through the game, it just becomes a tedious grind, and it was really badly broken. There were so many bugs towards the end of the story in DDS2. Some of you might remember from my walkthrough of the game, I ended up using a cheat engine to get myself through it because they made this stupid grind, and half the functions weren't working at that point. You had a guy called the Colonel that wanted, I can't even remember what drug it was that he wanted, but you could never actually sell it to him. And he was one of the best buyers you could get. He would give you so much money for the drug you would sell him. But he didn't work, so it made the grind even worse for the end game. And the amount of problems in DDS2, it should have been launched as an early access title, but it never was. It came out as a full release. And I'm not saying I never enjoyed my time on the game. I sat there and played it for 70 hours. I loved it. But then Schedule 1 comes out, and I don't think it tries copying it. How many different fucking ways can you make a drug dealer simulator style game? And you can't copyright a drug dealer simulator. It is stupid to try and do that. And if we have a look here, this is on Steam, you're going to see that a lot of people have picked up on this, and it's mostly negative, 20% positive, nearly 1,000 recent reviews because of what they have done. And the game overall, I think, was positive. And Drug Dealer Simulator 1 is getting the same sort of response, which is massively deserved. I'm glad the community still stick up for those that need sticking up for, even when they shouldn't need sticking up for in the first place. And not only that, I've seen time and time again on Keymailer recently, Drug Dealer Simulator 1, I think it's just come to console or something like that. They've just, they're making progress with this series of games, and now the publishers have thrown it all down the drain. People are not going to trust this company anymore. I mean, some people obviously will, but not only that, Schedule 1 launches, it's got a casino in there. DDS2's been out since June 2024, and the casino's coming as DLC. Schedule 1 did what DDS2 couldn't, but it did it in a much more fun way. It simplified the process, and not only that, in Drug Dealer Simulator 2, you've got all these different sort of people that deal with the area. You have to go and drop drugs off to them to see if the people of their community are going to like it and things like that. In Schedule 1, you're just simply a dealer. You don't even have distributors. In DDS2, dead drops are used to go and drop drugs off to your dealers before you get distributors and stuff. In Schedule 1, a dead drop is used to simply pick up the drugs that you need, like your OG Kush seeds and your Pseudo and things like that. When you buy stuff from a dealer, or like a supplier or whatever, you go to a dead drop and pick it up. In DDS2, you go to a dead drop to drop off your goods for your dealers. It's baffling how something like this happens, because it wasn't long ago where I did a video and I praised the devs of DDS2 for making an update where they implemented LSD, like they added a new drug into the game, and they had also fixed a lot of the issues I had going through my 70-hour sort of walkthrough for the game. But then the publishers just come out of nowhere and do stupid shit like this. So if we jump into the articles, you'll see it says here, Schedule 1 facing IP infringement investigation. It says the biggest game you've probably never heard of, Schedule 1, is facing an IP infringement investigation after accusations by another development studio. So Schedule 1, you have to grow plants, make drugs, find customers, sell things without being caught. It became a viral sensation, having over 400,000 concurrent players. The website, PAP Business, I don't even know how you say that, but they were the first to report on the investigation into the title. Insider Gaming did a translation with the document being titled Movie Games Essay 17-2025, decision to commence investigation against the creators. Well, there's one person that made Schedule 1, for claims regarding the infringement of the issuer's IP and related to committing an act of unfair competition against it. Unfair competition, what? Because Schedule 1 did fucking better than you. If you're wondering who Movie Games SA are, they created the titles DDS 1 and 2. After watching gameplay of both, I can see the similarities. You can't make a drug dealing simulator game any different. What are you supposed to do? Put fake product and stuff in there? Then it's not a drug dealer sim anymore, is it? And it says here the biggest differences are in tone. Schedule 1 looks like a Rick and Morty game, whereas Drug Dealer Sim is scuffed Dying Light. I can't see the developer of Schedule 1 going, Drug Dealer Simulator 2, like, this could never happen. DDS2 is so popular, I want to make a game the same, because it's never been massively popular. I think DDS1 was more popular than 2. A lot of people have not got on with DDS2, and not just because of the bugs and stuff that were in the game. And I think I even said it in my walkthrough, or at some point, it should have been an early access title, but they launched it as a fucking full release and charged you full whack for it. But this is that exact article, and when I first loaded this up, it told me it can translate it, and now it's not translated, so yeah, give me a moment. Okay, so for some reason the website's not offering for me to translate it to English, so I've come to Google Translate, and I did read this article last night, and I think Google's done a very good job. It is pretty much the same translation. So it says here, the management board of Movie Games SA with its registered office in Warsaw, issuer or company, hereby announces to the public that today, April 3rd, it received a legal analysis performed by a consultant, an expert in IP and acts of unfair competition, which indicates that indications have been identified of a potential infringement of the issuer's intellectual property rights and actions that may bear the characteristics of unfair competition. On March 24th, 2025, on the day of the premiere of Schedule 1, a comparative analysis of the company's IP, which includes, among others, Drug Dealer Simulator and 2, and the Schedule 1 project was commenced using the issuer's internal resources, as a result of which the use of many elements covered by copyright was immediately identified, including elements of the game's plot, mechanics, as well as UI, user interface. Elements of the game's plot? What, to become a drug lord? What else are you supposed to do in a drug dealer simulator? Go and fucking build Lego or play with unicorns and Barbie dolls? Of course, there's going to be similarities, but it doesn't infringe on unfair competition. How is it unfair? Because you've done a shit job at what somebody else has done better. At the same time, the company conducts further comparisons and verifications of the similarities of the above-mentioned titles, which expand the collection of borrowed content. The issuer's management board has decided to use the support of international law firms specialising in Australian law, which is the law applicable to the manufacturer and publisher of Schedule 1. The issuer also informs that it's adopted a resolution of the management board regarding the implementation of steps aimed at protecting the company's IP rights and pursuing claims. The Schedule 1 title turned out to be a spectacular hit, generating a peak of 414,166, 4 higher than the Witcher 3 title. I'm guessing that's 4 times higher. The algorithms developed by the issuer based on experience gained through previous publishing activities indicate that the sale of the Schedule 1 game is close to 3 million copies. The issuer will immediately inform about further activities related to pursuing claims regarding the infringement of the issuer's IP and an act of unfair competition in subsequent current reports. So basically, what this whole story tells me is that the management of the publishing company, or like the publishers, or however you want to word it, they've basically gone wow. Someone's come along and they're the biggest on the market. Like, they're the big dog. We've got to get them out of. Like, they're basically just trying to mess up Schedule 1 any way they possibly can. Someone's come along, done a better job than them, had more success. So now they've thrown all their toys out the pram. They want to be the hottest thing on the market. And DDS2 has now become the hottest piece of shit on the market. And well deserved too. Schedule 1 was made by one person. It's an incredibly fun game. If you haven't played it, go and play it. You can see the popularity. It peaked at nearly 460,000 concurrent players. It sold over 3 million copies. It's so much fun playing the game. It can be a little bit tedious going from meth to cocaine, but you have such good gameplay that will keep you hooked for hours and hours and hours on end. DDS2 can do the same, but the movie games, they don't deserve any support anymore. When you pull a stunt like this, fuck off. Just straight up get out of here. Schedule 1 did nothing to hurt DDS2. Nothing at all. Development companies, publishing companies should be happy when something comes out that is like within their genre, even if it performs better. Yeah, it can hurt if something's doing better than what you've done. Of course it can. But don't go being a twat about it, filing lawsuits and stuff, trying to protect your IP. Because all it's going to do is, it's just going to throw bad press your way. If there was ever going to be a way it could have gone, it would have been Schedule 1 comes out, people love it, they get to the end of it, they want another fix for their drug dealing, so they go and buy DDS2. What the publisher should have done is gone, right, we're going to slap like a big 40% sale on DDS2, let's see if we can get some of that traction from Schedule 1 and use it to boost our own product. Don't go, right, you're doing so good, I'm going to try and take you down. Because not only that, you're discouraging people from making games. Like, imagine how this solo dev feels. They've worked on Schedule 1, they've seen success, and now some arseholes come along and they're trying to take it from them. It's ridiculous how people seem to think, like, with Nintendo trying to take down Power World. Why? Why get so protective over something because there's something else out there that does better? That'd be like me sitting in a corner sulking because there's however many thousands of YouTube channels that are bigger than mine. Suck it up. Do better. Movie games are just, they're a bunch of wankers. That whole publishing company, they don't deserve any success at all. You can't go around trying to pull things like this. This stunt is an absolute joke. Yes, of course it's got similarities. It's a drug dealing simulator. You could have used Schedule 1 in a nice way to try and boost your own sort of profits or whatever it may be. But instead, they've gone down the route of getting review bombed. People ain't going to play DDS2 now. They're going to boycott it. The biggest mistake movie games could have made around Schedule 1, they've gone and made it. They just threw all their toys out the pram, filed the lawsuit, and look at what it's done to them. Massively deserved. And I'm going to say, like, there's probably no chance anyone's going to pick up on this. Like, the developer for Schedule 1's probably never going to see this, but carry on doing you. Fuck these assholes that want to try and take you down with lawsuits and things like that. Just do you, because you've done a fantastic job. We're going to leave that video there. Unbelievable that this sort of stuff happens in the gaming industry. Praise something when it's good, because there's so much slop that comes out. We need as much good as we can get, and Schedule 1 is a massive part of that good. So yeah, I'm done. Wanted to bring it to you guys. Let me know exactly what you think about this whole situation and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.